If you're constantly feeling tired, don't be too quick to write it off as your age or busy lifestyle. Simple vitamin deficiencies can be keeping you from the energy you need for a better life. Here with details and the solution to this common problem is Dr. Jenny Wilkins from ageVital Pharmacy. Welcome back.
Thank you, Nancy.
Yes, and today we're going to be talking about, yes, fatigue. And, you know, I'm at kind of that age where isn't it natural to be more tired or fatigued as your, you know, your life gets a little bit busy and stressful?
And doctors say that, oh, you're perfectly normal when they look at the laboratory work.
Oh,
don't they say that? And they're like, but doctor, I don't want to feel 60. I don't want to feel 70.
Right.
I don't want to feel 80 or 90. I want to feel 25.
Right. They say these are within the normal range.
Within the normal range, optimal. The allopathic caterpillar line, and that drives me crazy because it's not. It's like, okay, great. You feel normal for someone that's dying.
Yes.
I want to prevent, right? I don't want to feel like I'm dying every day. And my husband went through this a few years ago because he's almost 50. He's gonna be 50 this year, and he's like, honey, I just feel like I'm gonna die at around 2 o'clock. I feel this overwhelming sense of
and you drink coffee and it makes you feel worse.
Right, and he was pounding the cappuccinos, and what that does is that messes up your metabolism, so it's even worse. I'm not saying don't, indulge in your coffee and your cappuccino, but if you're going to do things like you're going to have alcohol and you're going to have coffee and things that slow down your metabolism or overwire you, and then you get that adrenal fatigue. I know we spoke about adrenal fatigue in the last episode. Then you have to take supplements, and you have to make sure you stay on top of your lifestyle. What are your bad habits? And make sure that you're replenishing from what you're taking. Like I go out, with my doctor friends, and we're always out at conferences, and I'm at big events and trade shows, and
you
nationally,
have to be.
I always have to be when in Rome, be as the Romans. If I'm with one of the doctors and they're gonna, here, Jenny, have a glass of wine with us. I'm not gonna be rude, and I'm sharing a glass of wine, and then I feel like, oh my gosh, the next day, just one glass of wine. I'm like, oh my goodness, I feel that exhaustion.
So what causes it, and how do you prevent it?
Well, there's multiple causes for it, and it's hormonal and it's nutritional. But early on, when you're starting to feel that tiredness, even if you get 12 hours of sleep and you wake up the next day and you're still dragging, that's a sign that you're deficient in CoQ10, or a sign that you're deficient in vitamin D3, or a supplement called L-glycine. And I did bring these supplements right here. Now, this is my prescription L-glycine. Doesn't necessarily require a script, but I put it under a script because everybody is biochemically unique, and I have different directions for people based on their levels. Some people taking, one amount, and another person taking another amount. Now, you take this powder right before you go to bed. It makes you sleep like a rock, number one. But what that does is it gets rid of all of that cortisol.
You're going to leave this with me.
And your cortisol is that hormone that, it needs to be semi-high in the morning. That's what wakes you up. But some people are so low, I call them, they're flatlining in the morning. They sleep all night, but they don't REM sleep. They don't get that recuperative, regenerative sleep that allows your body to repair. That's what sleeping is for. When you want to dream, it's one of the questions that I ask the consumers and doctors when I'm training them. Is your patient sleeping? You should ask them that. Are they dreaming? When's the last time you dreamt? I'm shocked when people, I don't remember the last time I had a dream. How do you not dream? Dreaming makes the world go round. Vitamin D3 is it's actually a hormone, even though we call it a vitamin. It's this hormone, neurological hormone, that gives you this neurological energy. So sometimes this fatigue that you're feeling, it's not a physical, it's a mental. So the moment you give somebody vitamin D3, and I do this in injections, I do it in capsules, the spray, I developed a spray for the mommies with kids that are tired all the time. You spray that underneath your tongue, it goes through the oral mucosa, tells the brain, and it prevents colds and viruses. Who doesn't want to not get sick, right?
Yes.
Mito energy with D-ribose. This is CoQ10. We have something in our body called the mitochondria. These mitochondria, these are like sluggish energy producers. They look like cellular slugs in our body, and they need CoQ10 to ignite them to produce all this oxygen. And then once this oxygen is being produced, they convert it into energy. So it's called mitochondrial energy. So we have all these different energy production cycles in our body: neurological energy, mitochondrial energy, and cellular energy. So this takes care of all of that.
Now, I heard you mention on a video I watched, not all vitamins are created equal. So people think they can go into the store and just buy some of these, they really should be very cautious about that.
100%. Be super cautious. 90% of the nutraceutical industry is not regulated. 90% is not being regulated. So you can go to a GNC or a Max G Wellness or a vitamin shop, and you have no idea where they're sourcing their ingredients. And the people running some of these facilities, they're not pharmacists, they're not chemists, they're not doctors. I always tell people, and Nancy, look for that CGMP. If it says good manufacturing process, you know that it's FDA regulated and that it's actually being regulated for potency, for purity, and what you're getting. What's on that label is exactly what's in the supplements.
CMG.
Yep, CGMP. So,
CGMP.
And you can remember good manufacturing process.
Okay.
So not all supplements have that. It's very rare you can see that over the counter.
Now, before we wrap up, you mentioned taking these and being a mother, getting up tired. Can nursing mothers take
Absolutely,
these?
And it's going to enhance their breast milk too. So this is something, remember, those babies are sucking you dry of all of your energy, causing mommies to be more fatigued. So if you're sharing all of your nutrients with another human being, you need to replenish. So I tell women, take double the dose. Make sure the baby gets some and you get some too.
Okay, wonderful.
Thank you.
Thank you again, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you.
Some more tips on aging gracefully.
Absolutely. Who doesn't want to be
the best we can be?
Anti-aging.
Esther Holt with Star Financial joins us after the break, and we'll be right back.